Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Lynn, and this is part 3 of a series of pantry staples that I wanted to bring y'all. Now, as I said before, I'm doing this all in the same day, but I'm breaking them down into different videos so that it's not a 2-hour long video that y'all have to watch all in one sitting. Or, I guess you could pause it and come back to it, but this way it's easier. They're different, they're broken down, and there's only 2 pantry staples per video, so you don't have to try to sort your way through a lot of different recipes. You can just pick and choose which videos you might want. I hope you like them all, but everybody's taste is not the same, so I totally understand if you don't watch all of them. Now today I'm doing peanut butter brownie mix, just the dry ingredients, so it is shelf stable, but I will give you a list of the ingredients and the directions down below in the description, so that when you want to make it, you're more than welcome to try it. And I will go through the wet ingredients, in the video here. I just won't go through all the directions. And then, as far as seasoning mix, now, if you haven't already watched it, my son and I make sourdough bagels. And we do sourdough bread too, but we're still trying to perfect that technique. I think it's a hydration issue, but anyway, I digress. I don't need to get started on that. But anyway, in our bagel video, I showed you that he likes to do, depends on who we're doing the bagels for. Like some friends like all of the bagels, because each recipe made 8. So they like all of the bagels to be with the everything bagel seasoning. So I bought a jar of that. I bought a little bottle of that, and I was like, good grief, this stuff is outrageously expensive. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make my own. So I'm making my own. We still have a little bit left in the cabinet. And, we'll use that first. But then I'm going to make the everything bagel seasoning and the peanut butter brownie mix. Now, the peanut butter brownie mix is new to me. Normally I just use regular brownie. I don't do peanut butter brownies, but who doesn't like peanut butter? It's almost like bacon. It goes with almost everything. And my husband and the one son that still hangs out here, they both like Reese's peanut butter cups. So this will be a hit regardless. And my other son, I have twin sons if you're new to the channel, but the son that I have a grandchild through, he likes Reese's peanut butter too. Not as much as my husband and the younger twin, but yeah. Okay, so, and if you are having a hard time hearing me, I am really sorry. I'm trying to be very loud, because my lapel mic apparently isn't picking up as properly as it should, so I'm trying to do these without it. Now, let me reiterate something. I used to be only measuring cup kind of girl, but since I started doing the sourdoughs, I became more interested. Well, and I also make goat soap, and I need that for, I need the scale for that too. But anyway, if you haven't watched me, I tend to get off on a tangent, but I'm trying to rein myself in. So I now prefer using a scale. I will give you the cup measurement so that if that's your preference, you're more than welcome to do that, okay? But I will have the measurement in grams if you want to go that way. So it'll be something for everybody, right? Oops. Let me grab my funnel here. Okay. So put it on the scale. Make sure it's zeroed out. Now, on packed sugar, brown sugar, it's 220 grams or 1 cup. And we're going to hope that I can get as close to 220 grams as I can. I mean, because it is packed brown sugar, so. Whew. All right, 190. That might be all I had in here. It was 220. Oops. Woo! 223. That's close enough. I don't play with it with the actually, you know what? No. I'm not going to cheat. 220. So I took a teaspoon out. I really don't think a teaspoon would have made a difference. But this way we don't have to find out. I used to be a fly by the seat of my pants kind of recipe girl. That's the way I was taught. You know, a dash of this, a little of that. And but I don't do that anymore. I do try to be more consistent, especially if I'm trying to teach somebody else how to do it. Now, when I was teaching my sons as they were growing up, you know, in the kitchen, I would just say, you know, a little of this and a little of that, and they're both fellas that like to measure things now. So I get it. You know, that's the way I was raised, and that's the way I raised them. That's the way I was taught, and that's the way I taught them. But I converted to mostly measurement, so I don't blame them. Alright, let me go ahead. Since I did the brown sugar, I need to do regular sugar. And this one is either a half a cup or 100 grams. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zero it back out. Now, I did use a half a cup when I grabbed it. And this is why I like measuring. I used a half a cup, but there's still some in here, and it's 100 grams. So, yeah. I'm not trying to convert anybody to measure with weight versus cups, but baking tends to lend itself to more precise measurements, and I think that's why I went ahead and started using the weighted version, is because I get more consistent results. Oh, you know what I did not get? My baking cocoa. Now, my son bought Ghirardelli baking cocoa, and I've never done it. He did a sourdough bread for his friends up in North Carolina, and it was chocolate. It was a chocolate sourdough bread. And so he bought this, and I was like, I don't know. I'm not really a, I mean, I've always used, Hershey's cocoa, but we'll use this. So, because I don't have any Hershey's cocoa. The reason he bought this is because my Hershey's cocoa was so far out of date, he didn't want to try it. Alright, I will confess, I did not get the gram measurements of this. So it is a 1/3 cup. But the thing with the cocoa powder is it won't mess you up if you do a little extra. Alright. So, if you're wondering, came out to 133 grams. And the reason why I wish I had done that conversion is because you and that cocoa went everywhere. It went everywhere. That's okay. Between everything, I have to stop and clean up because I make a mess every time I do it. All right. I do wish I had gotten that, but that's okay. We're going to do a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. And he seems to like the Ghirardelli, so I do like Ghirardelli chocolates. So I probably will like this. All right, so now I need to do peanut butter chips. And I just used, this is the only peanut butter chips I could find. So we're going to use those. Oops. All right, I have to be very careful because it's trying to come out the bottom of this. So it's 1 cup of peanut butter chips. Ooh! These things smell good. So I have to be careful with that. I'm going to have to bag that up. I'm going to have to bag it up so that I don't waste anything. Okay. Ooh, pretty. Uh-oh. Houston, I might not have enough room in my quart size. Which we might have a problem because I don't have a 1/2 gallon. And I haven't even added my flour yet. We might have enough room. Okay, so for my flour, it's a cup, 1 cup, or 125 grams, which I zeroed it out. I'm not going to try to put it in the cup. I'm just going to measure it by the weight right now. All right, so I have to be very careful because it's mounted up in here and I don't have a whole lot of room in here. So I'm hoping that by doing this, it'll get down in between, to get down in between the chips, the peanut butter chips. Whew. Thank mercy. Okay. I'm still not done packing in here. I still have chocolate chips that I have to put in there. Now, this one says half, oh, you know what? Half a cup, so we should have room. You know what? These little tear here's never work for me. Yep, they never work for me. That's why I was using the knife. And that's all right. Okay. So a half a cup. Now, supposed to use semi-sweet chocolate chips? Nope. I'm a milk chocolate girl. And it's all right. You can use semi-sweet, and I'll put that in the recipe down below, that it does call for semi-sweet. But like I said, I use regular milk chocolate. I'm a sweet kind of girl, not as much of a savory. Okay. I kind of wish I'd put my chocolate chips down with my peanut butter chips, but it'd be alright. Alright, so the last thing we need to do, oh, nope, not quite. I need half a teaspoon. Sorry, I have to go by recipe over here. I would not be able to remember this stuff by hand. Alright, so half a teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm not worried about it not all mixing up right now because, like I've said before, I'm putting it all in a bowl, big bowl when I go to use it. And I will mix it with a whisk then. Alright, now salt. I need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I don't have a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon, so I just basically do half of a, I take a half a teaspoon and just dump half of it out. All right. And that is peanut butter, shelf-stable peanut butter brownie mix. Now, as for being shelf-stable, as I've said in my other videos, I have a little manual vacuum pump that I bought off of Amazon for like $13. I'll link it down below. If you want to get it, that's great. If you don't, I have no affiliation with it. It's just something that I found, and it was very easy on the wallet. But I vacuum pack all of my pantry staple items so that they're more shelf-stable for longer periods. Usually you can get, 6 months to a year out, sometimes longer. But there is, isn't that pretty? It would have been prettier if I had done the milk chocolate ones, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna put this over here. And I'm gonna do a very fast cleanup. Won't take long. Basically, I got to wash my funnel out. Not that I'll need the funnel as far as, I shouldn't need it for the everything bagel, but I like to have it clean just in case I start making a mess and I can, I can use it because I'm a messy girl. But that's okay. I don't mind making a mess when I'm creating. I don't mind making a mess in the kitchen because I'm the one that cleans it up, so it'll be all right. Okay. Ooh. Good thing. Look at my poor little scale. I don't know if you can see it. Let me aim it toward the window. I have cocoa powder all over this thing. Oh, mercy. All right. So, okay. How did I get cocoa powder in a measuring cup that I didn't even use? Told y'all, I make a mess. All right. Now, let me go over the wet ingredients for you. And like I said, I will post I will type everything out in the description below. So you have these 9 ingredients, and what I didn't put in here was nuts. You can put any kind of walnut, pecans, peanuts, whatever you want to put in them. The recipe called for walnuts, and I just didn't want to add nuts of any kind. So if you do want to add nuts, go ahead and put them in your pantry stable part, or you can add them the day of. It's just easier to have it all one, and you put it in there, and then you mix all your wet ingredients and then add that to it. But your wet ingredients are 2 large eggs at room temperature, a half a cup of butter melted, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, it does not say unsalted butter. But if you're not big on, see, I don't know. I always tend to go a little lighter. So I wanna have the flavor that having the salt provides me, but I don't want it overly salty. So I will probably use unsalted butter for this because I added the salt in this part. All right. And when you do that, you know, just mix those items together and put them with this. Now, I'll have the instructions and the baking times and temperatures and all that down below in the description. But I just wanted to let you know what you would need in conjunction with this. Like I said, I'm going to vacuum seal that along with everything, all the other pantry stable items. And then I need to do all my pasta. Ooh. I pre-bought a lot of pasta. Now, I do want to do my own homemade pasta, but I need to get a pasta roller and everything. I don't have to have one, but it would make my job a lot easier to make bulk pasta. And then I have to dry it, so that's going to be a whole nother ball of wax. So, now we're going to do everything bagel seasoning. All right, white sesame seeds. That is going to be 1/4 cup. Okay. Then you get, all right, so you have white sesame seeds and black sesame seeds. Now, these, I mean, I like toasted sesame seeds. But when I went to do, I got some fresh snow peas out of my greenhouse last year, and one of the ways I was looking that you could do it was roasting them in the oven. Well, it said sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, and I was lucky enough to find them at the store, but they said the flavor profile is so much better when you toast them, and I did, and I agree. It just gives it it's such a much better flavor. So these are not toasted, unfortunately, but that's okay. They get toasted when you're doing the bagels. Oh, no, it don't. Yeah, it does. All this stuff is mixing up in my brain. So anyway, a tablespoon of black sesame seed, 2 tablespoons of poppy seed. Oh, you know what? I about told y'all wrong. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of sesame seed of the black. So it's let me start over from the beginning. It's 1/4 cup white sesame seeds, 2 tablespoons of black sesame seed, and 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. I try to level that off because I don't know. I will totally admit, I've never tried everything bagel. So I don't know what the flavor profile is. My son likes it, but I just like a plain bagel with cream cheese. That's my That is my preference. And if y'all hear my kitty cat in the background, I am sorry. She's just came in and doing her thing. So, minced onions. I'm doing 2 tablespoons of dried minced onions. Now, the minced onion, are you okay, Skittles? Skittles, you okay? She's looking at me with her eyes half open. Anyway, so dried minced onion and dried minced garlic. These will be things I bring out of my greenhouse, but I have not harvested my onions nor my garlic yet. So I haven't been able to dry them. Okay. She ran up under my counter. So what'd I say? 2 tablespoons of dried minced onion. It's 1. 2. 2 tablespoons of dried minced garlic. So I'll have to update y'all to see if he really likes this or not. But I thought, you know, this would be so much, because everything bagel seasoning can get expensive. All right, so that's 1. 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, or dried minced garlic, because I had minced garlic. I just didn't have time to dehydrate it, so well, we'll use this. All right, now 1 tablespoon of salt, and I'm using sea salt, of course, the fine sea salt. Oh, all right, tablespoon of fine sea salt. Now, that is our everything bagel seasoning. I mean, it's pretty, but it's not as pretty as my as our brownie mix or the, oh, what was that other recipe that I did? It was the taco seasoning. That was a pretty layering one. But yeah, I'm gonna ruin it, and I'm gonna ruin the picture and the prettiness and mix it all up. And I'll vacuum seal this one too. My ears feel like they're trying to pop on me. It sounds like I'm talking to you in a tunnel. A loud tunnel, but a tunnel. Alright. Yep, well, I have to say, it looks just like everything bagel seasoning. Let me see if it smells like it. Definitely smells like it, so that might be a hit with him. Alright. That should be it. Now, there's no special instructions. There's no special instructions with everything bagel. Generally, if you're doing on bagels, you dip them before you bake them. Or, you know, I've seen recipes that have this in there for cooking. You know, like seasoning meats and stuff, or potatoes. I don't know. I might venture out and try it one day. Today won't be that day. But anyway, so if you do want to see the other ones that I did Copycat Jiffy cornbread mix, so it'll be the sweet mix, cornbread mix, and ranch dressing mix, or ranch seasoning packets, however you want to do, you know, because you can make the dip and you can make the salad dressing, you know. Now that was in the first of the series. The second one was white cake mix and taco seasoning, and today was the peanut butter brownie mix and the everything bagel. So if you missed those, go back and look at them. They're on my channel, and I'll probably, like I said, I'm a fairly new channel, so I'm going to get my playlist in order so that if you just want pantry staple items, you can just go to that playlist. Or if you want, like with my knitting and crochet and whatnot, if you want just that, you can go in there. But usually, like, I do put it in the description, in the headline, the subject line, so that you see, okay, what is she doing now? Because I know not everybody has the same taste in the content they like to watch. So I hope y'all have a great day today. Enjoy yourselves. Be kind. And I will see you next time. Bye.